Okay, now for those who don't know how to measure your half length is shoulder to waist minus 2 inches, because there must be no joining on your navel. If people who put joining on the navel, it's a mistake. It makes it look like you're pregnant even when you're not pregnant by the time you wear the dress. So it's better you to have your joining 2 inches above the waistline. Your waistline is your navel point. So shoulder to my half length is 15.5. Now for the armhole, 16 inches divided by 2 will give me 8. So you also mark the midpoint of your armhole there. So the circumference measurement is my shoulder. So I will not be putting any allowance for the front on the pattern. So I'm going to measure it as if the center front is also folded into 2, not slashed. So my shoulder measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. You mark there. Then on the chest area, you also mark the 7 here. And then you connect with your ruler like this. And so you get your midpoint. You also mark the midpoint there. Then the bust area, I want to put a princess dart, like I said. So I'll get my bust span. That's the nipple to nipple circumference. Nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. So you're going to mark 4 on the bust, on the under bust, up to the half length. And I hope you can see that I added 1 inch seam allowance to my length. So you're going to connect that on a straight line. Connect your bust span on a straight line. And now you'll be connecting this point to the mid armhole. Connect it to the mid armhole like this. Like this. So you create a curve here, so it's not sharp. There. Now you're going to be extending this armhole by 2 inches. You're going to be extending it outward by 2 inches. I'll tell you why shortly. By 2 inches, you mark like this, and you connect upward. Now, why do we do this? It's because by the time you're sewing your 2 blocks together, the 2 sides together, this curve will definitely shorten the length of your darts. It will shorten this side. So by creating this 2 inches extension up there, you discover that the extra will fit into the curve area here. So there is no shortage on the length of your bodies. Okay. So now here we'll mark our 2 inches from the angle 90. You mark 2 inches upward, okay, and then you're going to be connecting like this. If you have your armhole, you can also use this. Your curve, you can use this. But this is how to connect for your princess dart. Goes like this. And so now I'll be measuring. I'll complete my measurements. So the bust circumference is 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. Okay, and then I'll be adding 3 inches seam allowance. I'll soon tell you why. 3 inches. On the under bust is 32 divided by 4, that's 8. You mark 8. And then I'll be adding 4 inches seam allowance. I'll soon tell you why. So the measurement for the under bust is what you also get on the half length. So you just connect your curve that way. You connect your points rather. You connect them that way. You discover that I added 3 inches seam allowance here, 4 inches here, and 4 inches here. Why? It's because of the bustier effect. So from the under bust, you'll be subtracting 1.5 inches to the right. That's into the sides. You subtract 1.5 inches, and then into the center you subtract ½ inch. So this is the 2 inches that we're removing, and it has been replaced in the allowance here. So you also get the 1.5 on the right hand side and ½ inch on the left hand side. That's into this point. So this is how you connect it, like this. So this is the basic princess dart. Now, because we want a curve, we don't want it sharp, you're just going to measure about 1 inch below your bust point, 1 inch below your bust point, and then you take this like this, and then you also connect this way. So you can create a curve like this, or you even use your armhole curve to just get a perfect curve there. So this is the basic princess dart. Okay, and then at this point you measure 1 inch below on the extension, measure 1 inch like this, and then you just slant it into the bust, slant it to meet the bust, so that when you sew your dress, this will puff out, this will puff out, and then the bust shoots out. So you just connect 1 inch into your bust area. So we're going to be cutting out this point and this point, and so this is what you have for your basic princess dart measurement. So this is our princess dart.